He looked me dead in the eyes and told me I had nothing to worry about. Nothing. About the same woman his coworkers joked was his work wife. Nothing about the late-night texts. Nothing about the way his voice softened when he said her name. So when he left town with her, I decided I was done being the fool. And what I did next? Let's just say he finally understood exactly how it feels to be betrayed. If you've ever been lied to, disrespected, or made to feel like you were crazy for trusting your gut, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe, because today's story, it's not just revenge, it's emotional justice. I used to think betrayal had a sound. Not shouting, not breaking glass. No, it was quieter than that. It was the soft buzz of a phone lighting up at midnight. It was laughter that stopped when I walked into the room. It was the subtle shift in someone's tone, like they were speaking a different language when they thought you weren't listening. That's how it started. Last summer. My husband, let's call him Ryan, came home one evening exhausted but oddly distracted. He kissed me, but it felt automatic, like checking off a task. And then there was her, the coworker. At first, it was harmless. At least, that's what I told myself. She's just someone from work. She's funny. She gets my sense of humor. But then came the jokes. Oh, Ryan and his work wife. They're inseparable. You two are basically married at the office. Everyone laughed. Except me. Because there's a difference between a joke and a warning disguised as one. I remember sitting at a company dinner once, watching them across the table. The way she leaned in when he spoke. The way he smiled. This soft, attentive smile I hadn't seen in months. I felt it then. That tightness in my chest. That voice whispering, something's not right. When I confronted him, he sighed, like I was the problem. It's nothing, he said. You're overthinking it. Overthinking. That word, it sticks to you, makes you question your own reality. Weeks later, he admitted it. Well, okay, we got close, but it was just emotional, nothing physical, just emotional. Like that was supposed to hurt less. Like emotional intimacy isn't the foundation of everything real. I wanted to believe him. God, I wanted to believe him. Because believing him meant my life wasn't falling apart. So I stayed. But something inside me shifted. After that, things were never the same. I became hyper-aware. Every notification, every late meeting, every moment he seemed just slightly out of reach. And then came the announcement. I've got a work trip next month, he said casually. Out of state. My stomach dropped before he even finished the sentence. Who's going? I asked. He hesitated. Just for a second. But it was enough. A few people from the team. I didn't even need to ask. I already knew. Her. When I pressed him, he doubled down. You have nothing to worry about. Her husband's coming too. That was supposed to reassure me. Instead, it felt like a carefully constructed excuse, like everything had already been planned. For months, I lived in this quiet storm of anxiety, smiling when I had to, pretending everything was fine. But inside, I was unraveling. I started questioning everything. Was I not enough? Was I boring? Did he compare me to her? That's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't just break trust, it breaks you. The night before he left, I watched him pack, folding his clothes carefully, checking his phone every few minutes. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed, heart pounding. "Are you sure there's nothing going on?" I asked one last time. He didn't even look up. No. Flat. Dismissive. Final. That's when it hit me. Not anger. Not sadness. Clarity. I realized something in that moment. He didn't respect me. Not my feelings, not my intuition, not even the truth. And if he could sit there, lie to my face, and walk out that door like everything was fine, then why was I still playing by the rules? A few days into his trip, I met someone. Not intentionally. He was a customer at the store where I worked. Confident, easy to talk to, the kind of person who actually listens when you speak. We started chatting. Nothing serious. At first. But then he asked me a simple question. "Are you happy?" And I froze, because I didn't know how to answer that anymore. One conversation turned into another, then coffee. And for the first time in months, I felt seen. Not compared, not dismissed. Seen. He knew I was married. I didn't hide it. And he didn't pretend it was anything more than what it was. Simple, casual, no illusions. And that's when I made the decision. Not impulsively, not out of desperation, but with a cold, steady clarity I hadn't felt in a long time. If my husband could blur the lines, then so could I. What followed wasn't about passion. It wasn't about love. It was about control. Taking back something I had lost. Each time we met, I felt a strange mix of emotions. Guilt, yes, but also power. Because for once, I wasn't the one being left in the dark. I wasn't the one questioning everything. I knew exactly what I was doing. And why. But revenge isn't clean. It doesn't come without consequences. At night, lying alone in bed, I'd stare at the ceiling. Is this who I've become? Or is this who I had to become to survive this? I didn't have the answers. All I knew was this. I refused to be the only one carrying the weight of betrayal. When he came back from the trip, everything felt normal. Too normal. He hugged me, kissed me, told me he missed me. And I just looked at him. Really looked. Trying to see if there was any guilt in his eyes. There wasn't. Just the same calm confidence. The same assumption that I would never cross the line. That I would stay loyal, no matter what he did. And that's when I told him. Not in anger, not in tears, but quietly. "I know about you and her," I said. He froze. "I also want you to know, I'm not the only one who's been faithful in this marriage." Silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. "What do you mean?" he asked. And for the first time, I saw it. Fear. Real, raw fear. I mean, I stopped playing by your rules. The color drained from his face. "You cheated?" he whispered. And there it was. The word he never used for himself. Cheated. I didn't yell. I didn't justify. I just let him sit in it. Let him feel it. The confusion, the hurt, the disbelief. Everything I had been carrying for months. "Why would you do that?" he asked. And I almost laughed, because the answer was so obvious. Now you know how it feels. Here's the truth no one tells you about revenge. It doesn't fix everything. It doesn't magically erase the pain. But sometimes it restores balance. It forces the other person to finally understand what they've done. And maybe that's not justice, but it's something. If this story hit you on a deeper level, go ahead and smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, was she justified or did she go too far? And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more stories that make you think, feel, and question everything.